Funerals, and we want to cry and weep over what we are already doing in the abortion clinic. Hard to believe, but it's true. Think about it, right? Since 1973, 72 or 73, when Roe versus Wade first kicked in the high gear, 20 million black babies aborted.
I gotta repeat some of it. They had a message to Israel last month. Go ahead. They was ordered to take specific steps in this war.
Funerals, and we want to cry and weep over what we are already doing in the abortion clinic. Hard to believe, but it's true. Think about it, right? Since 1973, 72 or 73, when Roe versus Wade first kicked in the high gear, 20 million black babies aborted.
I gotta repeat some of it. They had a message to Israel last month. Go ahead. They was ordered to take specific steps in this war. All right, clap it up. This is the One West News Desk, ISUBK. We're under command on how to start out at One West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching this truth of the Bible since 1969 out of One West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Tonight, we're going to be going over a couple of articles here. Of course, unless you've been under a rock, as they say, this is President Donald Trump's first day. Not too long ago, several hours ago, he's been sworn in and is officially the President of the United States. You understand? And of course, they had riots and protests throughout the nation, or throughout the world, maybe, but definitely, certainly throughout the U.S., protesting the election, protesting the transition of power to this person here, Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. And really, a lot of that is just a bunch of sore losers. You're so patriotic and you're so about the system and let the system work, and so about this so-called democracy, right? And then you got your sore losers. And it's sad to see, because a lot of brothers and sisters have faith in this system. They have faith in the system of unalivers. They have faith in the system of that is a false balance, a lack of justice. They have faith in the system when truly our hearts should be schooled. Our minds and our hearts should be schooled, because this nation has time and time again failed us, has time and time again left us out to dry. And we always get the short stick, you understand? We always get the tail end of this society. Why is that? Why is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians always get the tail end? Because we the real Israelites. And we are the nation that is not desired. Donald Trump is the head of the most powerful nation on earth. And on his first day, he attacks the people with the littlest to no power. Littlest to no power, you bully. You're no different than the Israelis. You're no different than Putin. You're no different than your other, your counterparts. You're a bully. And you attack poor Hispanic families. Why? Because they're the nation that's not desired. Why is there a heavy push towards hating a people with no power? A people with no true leadership? This is a bully. No different than the Israelis. No different than Benjamin Netanyahu, who bullies the Palestinians, who bullies all the Arab nations in the Middle East. Let's pull this here. Let's get Donald Trump's first day promises. Share this here screen. I'm gonna share this here screen so you can see what I see here. And this is Forbes here. Let me adjust this. And this is Forbes. This is going to give you the breakdown of Donald Trump's first day promises. What's on his to-do list? All right. Everything Trump has promised to do on his first day. President-elect Donald Trump, or president now, will head back to the White House on Monday, today, and has vowed to make a slew of orders as soon as he arrives, promising day one of his presidency will include actions related to immigration. Why is that the headlining thing? Because you're always the enemy. Why we talking about the most powerful nation on the earth, and you're attacking the people with little to no power. What a bully. All this talk about the Panama, the canal. You don't own it. And you want to take military action to take that over? We discussed that several weeks ago. You're a bully. Want to use your military might for gain. Saying the Panamanians are being unfair, are being unjust, unfair business practices. Yet you put TikTok in the corner and taking 50% of their revenue. He says the U.S. is going to own 50% of TikTok. This had nothing to do with national security, nothing to do with protecting the citizens of America, but it had everything to do with money. Because everybody's losing money. So what does a bully do? What does the mob do? Takes out his competition, makes them pay a tax to operate. That's what the mob does. That's what a gang does. And the smoke and mirrors is all national security. It's about money. Amazon's losing money. Walmart, Target losing money. Because they're making sales on that TikTok there. Other social media companies losing money. Meta, X. Come on, you should have seen the stock. The stocks was down. Now there's rumors that Meta's going to buy. All these rumors circulating. It's not confirmed yet. This is what's going on in the earth. It's what a bully does, like Trump does. America. It's their nature. It's their culture. You understand? Just like a gang, just like a mob, taking out the competition. Now TikTok is supposedly, this is what Trump said. Trump said 50% of the company is going to be owned by America or an American company. It's all about money. Money and control. That's all it's about. They don't give a damn about your dances and what's trending on TikTok. It's about controlling the narrative also. Controlling and it's about censorship. You understand? Money and control. But here it says immigration on the first day, the economy, climate change, and more. Let's get some more here. Trump is reportedly planning to quickly issue more than 100 executive orders when he takes office, the Associated Press reports. Let's scroll down. This bulletin here says TikTok. They taking TikTok head on. It's already back, and he mentioned in his speech recently, 50%. 50%. Y'all was upset about the tariffs he was threatening with Canada and Mexico. 25% tariff here. 25. They taking 50% of TikTok allegedly, according to what he said. Who knows what the final deal is or whatever it may be? But the CEO was at the inauguration of TikTok. They made some type of deal. They talking numbers. That's all it is. It's business. So what you don't recognize and understand is that it ain't just TikTok being sold as you are being sold. You're the consumer. America's just buying you back, trying to get you in their pocket. That's why TikTok is so important. That's why these social media outlets are so important. Let's get some more on this though. I'm gonna get some more on this. TikTok. Trump says he'll sign an executive order on inauguration day to delay and ban on TikTok. Now TikTok is back. It was out for several hours, man. Several hours. Many people switched the window over to Red Note. A lot of people went back to Meta. People was upset, man. Now TikTok is back. We'll see how it goes. And listen, it's all about money and control and controlling the narrative here. They want to be able to censor as much as possible on that TikTok, just like they do on Meta and on YouTube. They got a hold on that. You understand? Everybody talk about America's the land of the free, freedom of speech and all that. Freedom of speech ain't free on the internet. You can't say what you want to say on the internet. That ain't allowed. That ain't allowed. There's too many people you can reach on the internet. So they got to monitor and censor and shadow ban you. We know that all too well here in the Israelite School of UPK. We know that all too well. We've been bringing out this truth since 1969. We know all about the shadow banning and trying to keep, trying to censor the truth, trying to censor really their crimes. You know what I'm saying? They was really upset about everybody spreading the news about the Gaza Strip. Everybody spreading the news about the horrific things those Israelis is doing. That's why they really want to hold on this app. They want to hold on this app so they are not shamed publicly throughout the earth. That's what it's about. and it's about money. It's twofold here. So America, they got to get a hold on. They got to get a hold on what it seems like everybody's go-to for press. You know what I mean? Firsthand, not through this source. Somebody is in the Gaza Strip with a phone saying, "Look at what they're doing to me." They gotta get a hold on that. Somebody that's firsthand being oppressed, and story is getting shares and millions of clicks and millions of shares and millions of views. They gotta get a hold on it. It's about control. It's about two things, like I mentioned: controlling the narrative, controlling the perspective of the earth. Because listen, the word devil only means deceiver. They must have control in their deception of saying, "Oh, we're just defending ourselves." But TikTok's showing you something else. And other social media platforms is showing you something else. So if they can't deceive you, it's a problem. It's the issue. They got to get banged. They got to get control. They got to get a hold on it. So you got these two things here. You got the man of sin being revealed, his actions, his crimes. Then you got the money side. The TikTok shop. Taking revenue from where? Taking revenue from where? Amazon, Walmart, Target, and so on. Let's get some more on this. Second bulletin, immigration. Basically, in other words, anti-Mexican. How are we going to get the Mexicans out? How are we going to get the tribe of Issachar out of America? How are we going to oppress and hate on the northern tribes of the nation of Israel? Simeon, Levi, which is Dominicans, and the Haitians. Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Taino Indians, Panamanians, Guatemalans, Chileans, Brazilians, and the list goes on. These are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Blacks, so-called Latinos, and First Nation. So-called Native American Indians, you understand? First Nation. These make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. This immigration thing ain't attacking nobody else but the nation of Israel. Now, if the border is so-called not secure, they gotta secure the border. Why is the main focus one particular people? When the so-called Asians are the number one immigrant in America. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about. And not only that, why are they not targeting people from militant people entering the country from the Middle East, so-called Arabs, so-called Africans. But all you see on the news is blacks and Hispanics, Haitian brothers and sisters, so-called Latinos. That's the main drive. But they're not so-called terrorists, though, are they? They're not victims of the Israelis. Wouldn't you want to stop the victims of the Israelis? Because they're just creating another ISIS. They're just creating another offspring of Hamas and Hezbollah. But you focus on a poor family from Mexico trying to escape the Gaza, trying to escape their Gaza Strip, trying to escape the cartel and the horrible life. Come on, man. And you're right, the East Indians is also, that's why I said Asians in general, they're not considered, people don't, but that is part of Asia also. East Indians, also immigrants, they're not being targeted. They got SAers in their demographic. Nobody's calling them SAers. Nobody's calling them extortionists. Nobody's saying they're taking jobs. They're taking thousands of jobs. Go ahead, call your customer service. See who'll pick up the phone. Go ahead, call your service provider's customer service and see who'll pick up the phone. All these so-called slaveries is going overseas. Them so-called black jobs that Donald Trump said they was taking, that's untrue. I don't want to work them jobs them so-called brothers or them brothers and sisters is working. Huh? I don't want them jobs. You don't, for real. Nobody want the jobs black folk are working, a lot of them. Because we talking about slave labor here. And all that's dished out to the nation of Israel here. Ain't nobody attacking the goddamn Asian man. The East Indian man, the number one immigrants in America. It's all about attacking us. When we going to recognize and understand that we, black folk, First Nation, and so-called Latinos, we are the nation that's not desired. Like the scripture said in Zephaniah 2, the 2nd chapter, it says, we are that nation that's not desired. We are the people of the book. We are the true biblical Jews of this book here. And we got to come together. Not only do we got to come together, we got to separate from the other nations. How do we do that? We got to stop celebrating Thanksgiving. You understand? We got to stop participating in their customs, in their ways, in their traditions, and have our own culture. Put our spirit back on. That's what time it is. You got the most powerful man on the earth coming after the poorest and the men in the families with the less hope. What a bully. What a bully. Everybody online, especially on TikTok, they hating and shunning Benjamin Netanyahu. But Donald Trump, along with Biden, should be also arrested on war crimes against us. The black man, the Hispanic man, Native Indian man, what they've done to us and what they continue to do. I'm not just talking about the past. I'm not just talking about, the last 4. I'm talking about what's going on right now. What's going on? What's taking place right now? We better wake the hell up, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Immigration. Trump wants to kick off his first mass deportations of undocumented immigrants on his first day of office. Now, it's coming soon. In the next couple of days, you're going to see reports of raids. You're going to see crying mothers on the screen, crying children, families being ripped apart. And your fellow Americans going to laugh and cheer and be in great joy in our destruction, in our calamity. And then we want to sit up here and pledge allegiance to the flag. You gotta wake the hell up, man. And you want to sit up there talking about God bless America. You want to sit up there, pledge allegiance. It's a joke. And the reason we do that is because we're so embedded into American society. You're tricked. You've been what's it saying? You've been bamboozled. You're so embedded into this aged society, into their religions, into their philosophies, into their doctrines, into their way of life, to the point where you go buy an American flag and put it in your front yard and put it on your car and wear it on your chest and wave it at your rallies. That's a brother or a sister that is destroyed. That is destroyed. We don't even have a flag of our own. We don't even have a flag of our own. We don't even have a. Why is that? Slaves. We want to take on the identity of our oppressor. For what? You might ask, why do we do that? I actually became, why do we continue to follow the nation of unalivers, the polluters of the earth? Why do we do that? I'll tell you why. It's simple. We seek validation from our oppressor rather than God. That's what we do. We seek validation from him. We seek validation from Donald Trump. We seek validation not only from that, we seek validation from Trump supporters. You at the goddamn rally trying to be hugged up with some goddamn hillbilly. You up there with Roll Tide Willie. I'm Roll Tide. I don't get nothing. I don't give a piss about nothing but the tire. You down there with them. Trying to gain a friend, trying to gain a buddy of America, man. Well, scripture said, have you become homeborn slaves? That's what the scripture said. Meanwhile, they're hunting our footsteps, just like the book of Lamentations said. If I'm not mistaken, they hunt our footsteps. That's the most powerful man in America, the most powerful military, the most powerful influence in the earth, and you're attacking Mexicans. You're attacking Puerto Ricans. You're attacking Dominicans, Chileans, Brazil. You're attacking them. You're attacking them. What a coward. You're attacking Panama. What a coward, man. What a weak little lifeless piece of garbage. Obama did the same thing. You had 4 years of Biden, changed nothing. Just continued it on. Then he takes it a step further. Birthright citizenship. Trump has also vowed to end birthright citizenship, meaning anyone born in the U.S. automatically gaining citizenship. On his first day, acknowledging in an interview with NBC News that doing so may not be possible, given it's a right inherent in the Constitution, but saying he wants to undo it via action if we can. Listen, the only people that this land is rightfully owned to is the Native Indians. So you out of here by default, Donald Trump, dumb. Talking about birthright, man. He's a scumbag. These goddamn devils and everybody that think of him is scumbags. This is why black people gotta be put in charge. The entire earth is going to rejoice after these bastards are put out of power. We saw a glimpse of it. You might ask, what do you mean we saw a glimpse of these goddamn devils out of power? COVID. Let me change this up real quick. Bear with me 1 second. You might ask, why? What does COVID have to do with this? Bear with me. COVID. What does COVID have to do with it? COVID put these goddamn devils in a box. And environmentalists and scientists, they studied the earth, that studied the earth and the climate and the water and the air. They showed us that the air was getting clear along the 95 line from along the East Coast. The emissions was so low that the air began to correct itself. The water got bluer, less pollution, and the air and the water putting these goddamn devils in the box. These people got to be put in the box, bro. And the earth started to correct itself. The earth started to correct itself. What do you think is going to happen when Christ comes back? These people going to get put in the box. That's the real transition of power that we waiting on. We waiting on that real transition of power. And this transition of power ain't going to be so-called smooth. It ain't going to be smooth like these guys, what's going on in the earth right now. So-called, what's so-called going on in the earth? Yes, but they talking about a birthright. The only people that got a birthright to this land is the the natives of the land. First Nation, so-called Native Indians, Mexicans, Chileans, Brazilians, Guatemalans, Panamanian, and the list goes on. All the Latino brothers and sisters, you understand? All the First Nation brothers and sisters. Native Indians, Seminole Indians. You talking about a birthright to be here on this land. All these goddamn devils need to roll out. Go back to whatever the hell you can. You don't even have a land. You don't even have a people. You just you're a vagabond. Like the scripture said. You have no culture. You have no. Let me move on, man. And we're going to be going into Drummer Hyman's class after this. Birthright citizenship. Trump has also vowed to end birthright citizenship, meaning anyone born in the U.S. automatically getting citizenship on his first day, acknowledging. I just read this, but that's what's going on, though. These first couple of bulletins, it's always about attacking us. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And they got some other points here, but I hit my. Oh goodness, I gotta get this too. January 6th, pardon. Why is this important? Why do I have to stop before I go to my next article here? Because this is absolutely biblical. January 6th pardons. This here is absolutely biblical. I'm going to show you something real quick here. These goddamn devils what they did, that was a criminal act. Let you step on somebody's goddamn lawn, you're gonna have the goddamn police running down your block to lock you up for trespass, right? Yeah, you got these parties. Now Biden already hit a bunch of parties. Anybody that was trying to persecute anybody. And let me show you this right here. January 6 pardons. The Biden era Justice Department has prosecuted hundreds of participants in the January 6, 2021 riot on the Capitol building. Now Biden came back and damn near pardoned. Wasn't even no charge yet. Damn near trying to protect the Justice Department and anybody that testified or anybody that was coming up against the people that stormed the Capitol and that was a part of that riot. And his final hours in his presidency, if you missed that. And Donald, man, Trump was heated because listen, I think he put it on Twitter or Truth Social. I should have brought that up. But this was his initial plan. And Trump told Time he would start looking at the rioters' causes in his first 9 minutes in office. Though while Trump said he wants to pardon the vast majority who he believes are nonviolent offenders, he's going to examine the defendants on a case-by-case basis and wants to see if there's some that really were out of control. He trying to pardon them Proud Boys. Boys will be boys, right? Them boys is goddamn devils. That's all. That's what you need to recognize and understand, man. But this is what they do. They hold themselves not guilty. They hold themselves not guilty. You understand? Where we at? And there's a number of first day things you want to do. Let's go down the list some more. Federal workforce. Hold up. Bear with me, y'all. Fish and rice, blase. I think I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm gonna hold off on that. But in other news, one more thing I wanted to bring out today. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters that checked in to the One West News Desk. I'm gonna bring out one more article. Bear with me 1 second. I want to bring out this article on this here ceasefire. Share this here. All right, here we go. Let me show you all this here. January 19, 2025, Middle East ceasefire news. Now, they trying to work a deal with Hamas and the Palestinians, Hezbollah. But what I want you to remember and to recognize, this war is not going to end. This war is going to continue, and it's going to have a snowball effect, and more nations are going to fall into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's just a fact. That's just biblical prophecy, and it's already started. I remember when, I think it was Trump, he said they pulled everybody out of Afghanistan. Now look at the earth. Now look at the earth. Nuclear, Cold War. Iran got their finger on the button. Russia got their finger on the button. Israelis got their finger on the button. China is going to invade Taiwan. America got their finger on the button. Why do you think America was so adamant about NATO being a part? They was the main instigator. And then Putin was like, yo, this is my territory for over a decade. I gotta chill out. No NATO, no this. You know what I'm saying? NATO, backed by America, instigating. Why? Because America wants nukes in Ukraine. They want to have, just like the Soviet Union wanted nukes in Cuba. Bear with me 1 second. Excuse me for that. But just like, well, America wanted a military force, military power, and influence in Ukraine, just like the Soviet Union wanted a military force in Cuba. And Russia was like, no, we ain't having it. But instead of an embargo, like America did, and then that embargo is still going on today in Cuba. Even though every other nation, right, other than y'all can look this up, other than America and the Israelis and the United Nations have been voting against the embargo on Cuba. All of them. The only two nations is keeping that embargo is who? The Israelis and the U.S. How did I get into that? We talking about this ceasefire. This ceasefire is false hope for the Palestinians. It's false hope. I'm pretty sure they still having airstrikes and everything going on right now. But it's 7 o'clock. We're gonna get into this Jeremiah Hyman's class. Again, every Monday, this is the One West News Desk. I appreciate everybody taking their time to come to this class. Come to this this new podcast here to get a sense of the news. This ain't no goddamn Atlanta housewife. This ain't no gossip garbage. This is what you're going to get on your Bloombergs and your NBCs. And then not only that, you get your biblical perspective also. But join us next time on the One West News Desk. live here in Baltimore at the Baltimore School, 3430 Eastern Avenue. This is the IGBK 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Hanna. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are, in fact, the true biblical Jews, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, and with that, we say shalom. I'm going to leave y'all with this, though.
Funerals, and we want to cry and weep over what we are already doing in the abortion clinic. Hard to believe, but it's true. Think about it, right? Since 1973, 72 or 73, when Roe versus Wade first kicked into high gear, 20 million black babies aborted.
I gotta repeat some of them. They had a message to Israel last month. Go ahead. They was ordered to take specific steps in this war.
Funerals, and we want to cry and weep over what we are already doing in the abortion clinic. Hard to believe, but it's true. Think about it, right? Since 1973, 72 or 73, when Roe versus Wade first kicked into high gear, 20 million black babies aborted.
I gotta repeat some of them. They had a message to Israel last month. Go ahead. They was ordered to take specific steps in this war. All right. Shalom, Israel. I'll catch y'all next time on the One West News Desk. Shalom.